Now over to what is happening in Ottawa. Welcome to Canada News Summaries. I'm Mike.
And I'm Jane.
And today we're going to be looking at this new development in Canadian immigration that's causing, a bit of a stir, to say the least. The government has put a pause on new applications for sponsoring parents and grandparents for permanent residency.
Yeah, it's definitely been making headlines.
So is this the right move? Family reunification is a cornerstone of Canadian values, isn't it? I mean, we hear that all the time.
Oh, absolutely. It's hugely important for individuals and for Canada as a whole. But the system is facing some serious challenges.
Yeah, for sure.
To really understand the government's decision here, I think we need to take a look at the sheer volume of applications that they're dealing with.
Okay, so let's talk numbers then. How big is this backlog?
Well, imagine a stack of paperwork so high it could rival the Peace Tower.
Whoa, okay.
At the end of 2023, there were over 40,000 applications for parent and grandparent sponsorship already in the system.
40,000.
Over 40,000, and the average processing time was a staggering 24 months.
2 years. That's a long time to wait, especially when you're talking about being reunited with your family.
It is, yeah.
No wonder the government felt they needed to do something.
Exactly, and it's not just about the numbers either, Each
yeah.
application represents a family longing to be together.
Of course, yeah.
Think about the emotional toll this takes on families separated by oceans and paperwork.
It's tough.
Children growing up without their grandparents, milestones missed, and the constant uncertainty, it's a heavy burden.
Yeah, you're painting a pretty powerful picture here. So what exactly is the government trying to achieve with this pause?
Well, their stated goal is to clear the backlog and improve processing times.
Yeah.
It's like hitting the reset button, giving them a chance to catch up, and hopefully create a more efficient system in the long run.
Makes sense.
They've actually set a target of processing a maximum of 15,000 family reunification applications in 2024, with a focus on clearing that existing backlog.
So fewer applications being processed means fewer families reunited this year. That seems to contradict their commitment to family reunification, doesn't it?
It's definitely a complex situation.
Yeah.
The government is essentially trying to walk a tightrope here.
I see.
They've laid out their immigration goals in something called the Immigration Levels Plan, which is kind of like a roadmap for how many people Canada wants to welcome each year.
Okay.
For 2025, the plan aimed to admit over 24,000 people through the parent and grandparent program. They even invited 35,700 people to apply, hoping to accept 20,500 applications.
Wow.
But the reality is they just don't have the capacity to process that many applications right now.
It's like having a dinner party where you invite way more guests than you have chairs.
Exactly.
Someone's going to be disappointed, but in this case, we're talking about families being kept apart.
Exactly. And it raises some important questions. Is it pausing the program entirely the best way to address this backlog? Are there other solutions that could balance the need for efficiency with the urgency of family reunification?
That's a good question.
These are tough questions with no easy answers.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a situation that requires careful consideration. We've talked about the impact on individual families, but what about the bigger picture? How does this policy affect Canadian society as a whole?
Well, family reunification is more than just a feel-good story.
Right.
It plays a vital role in our social fabric and economic growth.
Okay.
Newcomers bring skills perspectives and a desire to contribute. Delaying their arrival could have implications for labor markets, community development, and even our cultural landscape.
It really could.
Yeah.
You've given us a lot to think about. So for our listeners out there, what do you think about this policy change? Is the government making the right move? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to follow, like, and share this podcast with others. Until next time.